every game update, will break the mods, and so it's just like, yeah, it is too much of a hassle. So like, the only mods I generally use would be, I say, the mod, I don't even really consider this a mod, but the mod to get my RMG gaming logo here. And of course, the extra life paint jobs that Battery did for the trucks to get them in there. As a matter of fact, what I forgot to look at? Let me see something here. Here we go. Did cheat there. I knew what machinery lands I had and cheated in the needed money to buy it all back now. Somewhere 90 hours. Well, yeah, see, yeah. I mean, for something like that, that's understandable, It's like, okay, your save game is corrupted. You lost all that progress. Well, yeah, the game makes it easy enough to put in whatever amount of money you want. Basically, you just edit the text file to the money you want. That way you can get, that way you don't lose as much progress, so stuff like that, I consider it fine. Let me see something here, because I did not get the courage to start new. Well, it gets to the point where you got so much time invested. It's like you don't want to waste that time. So like I said, I'll use some cheat mods and stuff for this. I'll turn off traffic. I'll use the no damage mod. I'll turn off fines. If there's stuff that I'm specifically trying to do in game and I just want to save myself time accomplishing different things, without having to worry about friggin' getting my truck repaired and that kind of stuff. There it is. Okay. Yep, there it is. Yeah, see, I actually had to change this. I had to do some file modification to get the Truck at Home paint job compatible. Because the way the Truck at Home paint job is, it's all they did. At least the last time when 137 dropped for ATS, they didn't update the paint job to say it was compatible with 137, so you couldn't load it. So you actually had to go into the file and tell it it's compatible with 137. So I ended up having to do that with both ATS and ETS2, so we could keep both the paint jobs, because that's actually kind of what I want to do. Yeah, see, 700 hours. Why do you want to lose 700 hours worth of progress? So, it comes to that point where, yeah, cheating isn't really cheating at that point if something happened. Oh, it's Abby's school. Yeah, I had to go pick up some stuff from Abby's school after my ear doctor appointment today, which confirmed everything I already know. Yes, I have hearing loss, and there's 2 holes in my eardrum. So at least I went through a hearing test, so now I have an official hearing test taken care of. The hearing test was pretty neat. Definitely a lot different from the hearing tests we used to do back in grade school. But I basically have to wait another 6 weeks before they're going to do anything about it, because, the doctor said it's like, the damage that generally happens to the eardrum the body tends to repair it over time. And so since this was just the first time he was actually seeing it, he doesn't know whether it has been healing, and so he wants to give it 6 weeks just to see, take a look at it 6 weeks from now to see if it actually is healing, and just to let it continue to heal on its own. Or if it's not healing, then I have the choice to either live with it or undergo a surgical procedure to patch the holes. So I get to make that decision at the end of July, I guess. Only cheated in the money needed. Nothing more. Did not cheat crops in my silo or cheated in the free machinery. Yeah, see, yeah, well, really, I mean, at the end of the day, the money is the bottom line, you know. So you're basically just doing the same thing. It's just, well, you're just going to harvest more crops. That's all it is. That's all you do in the game. You know, harvest the crops. So Hertz last year's speed, he got that confirmed too. For him, it's beyond. Oh, is it? Yeah. See, that's what he's not sure about. He wants, you know, which is understandable. He would, if it's going to heal on its own, he'd rather let it heal on its own. But you know, there's no way to tell that except give it time. So, yeah, we've got to give it 6 more weeks. And he's like, my problem is, which I told him, it's like the problem is now, it's like my hearing is, you know, it's just, in fact, I told him, you know, like yesterday I was at work and I had a woman literally, you know, a foot away from me, talking to me. You know, I had my head turned because I was doing something. So I knew she was there, but I didn't realize she was there trying to talk to me because I couldn't hear her talking to me until she actually raised her voice and said, "Are you ignoring me?" And then that's why I turned around and said, "No, I'm sorry. It's just, I couldn't hear you." But literally she was within a foot of me and I could not hear her speaking. So that's, you know, I explained to him, you know, that's the issue I'm having, to where, you know, it's to the point now where my hearing wasn't great before and I had trouble hearing people and understanding what people were saying, which is, you know, really affecting, you know, my work and stuff like that. Because if they're asking for something and I don't understand what the hell they're saying, it's like I can't, you know, it's like I have to ask people to repeat what they're saying 2 or 3 times before I finally understand and can hear what they're saying. So it's one of those deals. There's like, even if it's just, you know, I'm fine with hearing aids. If I need hearing aids, I just so I can hear and understand again what people are saying without trying to struggle to figure out, okay, what did they say? Does that make sense? Or do I have to ask them to repeat what they said? It's so annoying, but it's worse now that I've got the ears here, because it's definitely affected. Although he said it's the way he described it was really weird. He said the hearing is affected, but not as much as I think it was, just because, you know, the hearing is reduced in this year, but not really by as much as I think it is. So he said, you know, I do have hearing loss, but it's not as bad as I think, but it's bad enough to where it does affect me and it does bother me a great deal. So hopefully by the end of the summer, you know, the situation will be resolved, and, you know, even if it's resorting to hearing aids now. Yeah, that's I have no problem with hearing aids. It's like I would just at this point be grateful to be able to hear again. My problem is I've always had tinnitus, which is ringing in the ear ever since I was a kid. So that's part of the problem too. It's like in this year now, because the hearing in this ear is reduced, it makes the tinnitus sound so much louder. So that doesn't help either. All right, so let's see what we want to do here. We're going to take a job out of here. I probably should see. I have sleep off too, but I don't know whether I want to do a nighttime. What time is it? It's 11:40. All right, I guess it doesn't matter. One job will get us to the early mornings here. But yeah, see, that's what I was trying to lead up to today. I was going to ask him about hearing aids, but the way he was talking is like, all right. It seemed like he didn't really want to do anything yet. He just, you know, play it by ear, so to speak, and see how things progress. Because I did ask him about the ringing. I said the ringing is, you know, I've always had the ringing, which is a problem. And, you know, he said there's not really anything they can do based on the situation right now. So it's like, it's one of those things that that may be a problem that never gets solved. So let's see here. See, that's coming out of west, which we're in east. I think, I'm assuming I'm in east. I think I'm in east. Yeah, so I'm in east here. So I've got to get but yeah, I have a feeling I'm going to push the issue next time I go back, or at least bring it up. It's like, okay, whether it's healing or not, whatever, whatever situation is with this, I'll have to deal with. But I'm definitely going to ask. It was like, is it, to the point to where, would I be able to use hearing aids? Let's put it that way. Can I go with hearing aids and get this taken care of? Oh, ice cream. I want to do ice cream. Oh, it would be nice to take that. I just want to see here. Hold on. Yeah, see, this isn't. I could do heavy cargo with this. I could definitely do heavy cargo with this. But it'll be a struggle with it. And I wanted to throw beacons on this thing anyway. Oh, this actually takes me into Genoa. But Genoa does not give jobs to the depots. That's the thing. Genoa will not give you a job to the depot. You have to take it from one of the outside cities. So I need something to Torino. Ideally, Torino or Milano. Of course, we don't have anything to Torino or Milano out of east here. So let me do this. Let's let me see where the nearest... You know what I'm going to do in this case? Let me do this. So let's go to... where are we at here? As I want to get at least where are we at? Almost 2 hours? Yeah, I want to try to get 1 more hour in here before I go eat lunch. Ooh, I forgot to take something out for dinner. I have no idea what I'm going to cook for dinner. There might be hot dogs and hamburgers on the grill again. See, if we come out of Milano, question is, where is the job coming out of? Probably here, maybe? See, Milano's got stuff scattered all over the place. But, well, regardless, if we come out of Milano, we're going to be coming down here, coming down through here, then we're going to be coming over here to Torino, and coming down here, coming down into here. Yeah, let's go to Milano. There we go. That's where I want to go. So I actually want to throw the truck at home paint job on. I completely forgot about that. And then I can throw beacons on too, so that'll work.
Buon viaggio.
Whatever you say. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's the Scania dealer. Look at that. I'm going to take my Iveco here to this, get modified at the Scania dealer.
Sto cercando un nuovo percorso.
Okay. I have no idea what you just said, but okay. Come on, I got a bit of lag going on here. Thank you, I don't need that. Alright, service. I don't think I need any service. Oh, tire wear. See, you will get tire wear even with the no damage mod on. Thank God I had that on for that rack. That would have been some nasty damage there. That would have not made me happy. All right, let's go accessories. I want beacons. See, I actually like the American Truck Simulator beacons better than I like the ones we have here. See, but I think if I do a light bar, I can get. See, yeah, see, there's beacons on here. See, I like these beacons. So I may actually do that. How much is the light bar? On here. This is there we go. Okay, the light bar is 4,200. Ooh, Jesus, Mary Joseph. All right, so the cheapest light bar is 26. And the beacons will be another 1140. So it's 3,700 to get beacons with the light bar. Actually, it's the bonfire is the only one that's cheaper, actually. I think, are there, yes, if you put light bars here, I think there's a way to, is there a beacon on here too? So I know I configured one of my trucks. It could have been the International. Maybe it was an ATS with the International that had beacons on the front here, which I thought was, that I like that. That was pretty cool, actually. I just don't like. I've seen trucks in real life with the bull bars on. Some of these, they don't look bad in real life, but I just don't like the look of some of these things in the game here. Like this one, this is like, I don't know, it's just too busy for me. It just covers. I like showing the beauty of the truck just itself. I think this stuff, I don't like it. I don't like it on the truck, but we'll go with this. That way I can get some beacons on here. And I really just need the beacons. I already have a good air horn on here. I already got the lights in here. I don't need anything else. So radiant. See, the problem is, yeah, here we go. I was about to say, I don't recall where the toggle lights worked with the beacons or not. So it's the same flash, and yeah, I kind of like that one. That's a little bit more subdued. That looks more like the ones we see on the trailers, so we'll go with the radiant. The pulsar is a little bit more expensive, which pushes it up beyond the cost, I think, or in line with the cost of the second standalone beacon. So we'll just do this. So we'll throw the radiance on there. I like that. I don't want any horns. I don't need additional lights. I don't want him on there. So we'll just go with that. So we'll go with that. We'll change the paint job for now. It was up here somewhere. There we go. Truck it home. So we'll do our chrome illusion effect here. See, that's one of the things when back in the 90s is when this metallic paint job, or at least I don't know who invented it or who came up with the concept, but it was it was first a big thing in NASCAR racing with Jeff Gordon's car. It was this special, what they called chrome illusion paint job. So you don't like the bars with those grills on. I prefer, like you say, show the shapes of the truck. But yes, I do buy bull bars. They're very well shaped. Yeah, see, that plain one wasn't too bad. The simple plain one was there. It was probably one I could live with on the truck. But I just like having the natural ability of the truck here. And, you know, showing off the natural lines of the truck. But like this one here, like even the bottom grills like this, you know, I don't mind that too much. That one's okay. Let's see what this one is. See, the plate is actually on that one, which is fine. You know, something like that I'm fine with, because it works in there. Like this, I'm kind of fine with this too, because it's sort of, you know, it's just your extra bumper. But like this one here, I would be fine with. I think that would be fine. But like these here, these are the simple ones I would probably go with here. Probably not that one, because that's just, okay, there's not much to that. But yeah, like this one, nah. Like the ones with the grills on them, definitely not. Like this, yeah, like this one, no. I couldn't do this one. It covers up the Iveco label. It just, yeah, no. I could not do that one. All right, we're good there. We got a truck at home paint job. Do I want to do, while I'm here now, do I want to change the interior to anything? Let's see here. That's our curtain. That's our sun visor. That's our windshield sets. There's something. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think one of the new accessory packs has something. I probably should do something with these pennants. I got all these pennants. In fact, I bought off the Steam Marketplace Luxembourg, one for Luxembourg, since that's my own base. And then I think I had like a Denmark one that was a duplicate that I sold and stuff like that. But I don't know if I'm big on that kind of stuff here. See, the problem is with the hanging item here, we can't actually see it unless I adjust the cabin here. Let's see, and there's not. Yeah, see, I can only have one console item on here, and I don't think that's the driver's plate. The problem with the Iveco doesn't have a dashboard table where you can put more stuff on the console here. Michelin ETRC. Goodyear notebook, really? How about that? A Goodyear blimp, sunglasses. See, I don't see wallet. Yeah, I never leave my wallet out in the open like that. I'm trying to see, what is today? It's June. Talk like a pirate. So, you know what? I think I could do something. Because we did finally have our first space launch from American soil. Or I could always go with my classic Rocket League car, too. I always have the Rocket League car somewhere. Throw in a model DAF or a Scania. You know what? A coffee mug. That's what I need. I would definitely have to do the coffee mug. Do I have the Goodyear one? That way nothing gets spilled on my dash there as I hit a bumper, run into the back of another truck. We'll do the coffee mug. I like that. Yeah, sandwich definitely not. I would like to say I would never eat in my truck, but since they are literally your home on the road, I would have to eat them. I would have to eat in the truck. This one's a little bit more simplistic than most of the interiors here. Am I on the highest? I think. Yeah, see, I've got the Super Space, so that's the most upgraded model of the Stralis here. Can I upgrade? I can't upgrade the chassis. Yeah, I'm basically, I think, maxed out on everything here for the engine. So I'm not getting any better heavy cargo capacity than what I got. All right, so we'll go with that. Boom. We'll go with that. We'll leave the hanging item there, so we won't change any of that. But at least I can see. Oop, that's what I want. That's what I want. At least I can see my coffee mug. All right. Do I have a job? No. You know what? I got to pick up a job now, don't I? Let's see what we got here out of Milano. We're going to go west. West here. Here we go. Backhoe loader. Okay. I guess this is the only one that's going to be coming out of west. Or going to west. Yeah, there's not going to be anything else. So that's what we're going to do. Backhoe loader. All right. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to have to get back to... we're going to have to do some convoys too, Taz. God, it was what was it? January, February we did our last convoy? Going to have to get working on that. I got to see because the multiplayer wasn't updated for 137 the last time I checked, which was a couple of weeks ago. So I wonder if they updated yet, because it seems to be like taking them forever to get updated.
Andiamo.
I hate how this resets my console and GPS here. Wow, I'm gonna need gas. I mean, I didn't see what the length of this job was. I should have enough gas, I would imagine. Frick. I'm afraid of that work became busy. The shooting range opens again next week. It'll be busy there too. Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll have to work. We'll have to work something out because obviously I want to get back into the multiplayer map with Farm Sim 2. Yeah, I sort of have that in the back of my mind to do like the last Sunday of every month. And at least try to get a multiplayer session going for Farm Sim. He's not telling me what the distances are. I'll have to wait till... Oh, here we go. Yeah, so I have enough fuel to get there. But I'm going to fuel up anyway. What I really want to try to do is... get a convoy going with a few other guys too, like Battery, Prebes. I'm trying to think who else I know from Extra Life who does the truck sim. I can't think of who else it is off the top of my head. I don't remember if Meglin does the truck sims or not. But even if it's like you, Battery, and Meglin, if we can get like a four-man convoy going, that would be
Voltare a sinistra.
That would be cool to do. So I drift out here into the road.
Voltare a destra.
A destra. So that's turn right. A destra is right.
Tenersi a sinistra e poi voltare
Sinistra is left. Yes, that's why I sort of planned.
Voltare a sinistra.
A sinistra. Yes, sinistra is left. Yeah, I sort of figured Sundays would probably be our best option because I'm off on Sundays. And that would seem to be the best day for everybody.
A voltare a sinistra. Voltare a sinistra. Prepararsi a voltare a sinistra. Voltare a sinistra.
Oh shit! I overshot that a bit. Yeah, see, yeah. Well, see, the thing is like with the work hour changes now, because I go in at 5 in the morning now, so I get home at 1:30.
A voltare a destra. Voltare a destra.
See, the problem is I'm so exhausted when I get home now. It's tough for me to get motivated to stream, but I can actually stream earlier on weekdays now. But I have to get lunch first and that kind of stuff. So that makes it tough. Yes, the weekends will probably always be the time that we plan for that anyway. So it's much easier to do things during the day when we're all up and it's not late night for you guys. Heck, we could even get Speedy in on the convoy too. Come to think of it, he would just need to get set up on the multiplayer server.
Al lavoro.
All right, so there we go. Let's go ahead and turn the beacons on. There's our beacons. We got the beacons. There we go. Beacons good. Sure, right. Yep, there's our high beams. Let's get rolling here. All right, let's see what we got here. 347 kilometers, just over 5 hours. Okay, first things first here. All right, good. There is fuel right here on the way. Let's see if there's anything. Oh, there's fuel right there, but I don't. Nah. I probably should have stopped there. I should have looked first and stopped there before I had the trailer, but that's all right. And there's more than enough fuel. I just want to top off here. Won't last 20 minutes of market for the time. There's one trolley get berserk on that guy. Ending in a van. Well, you know, that would be amusing to see at the very least. That would I would just love to I would just love to see that anyway. I get it. Yeah. that would be fun to watch. See that's where we would have to have Speedy actually be the streamer, just so we could witness that event.
Voltare a sinistra. Prepararsi a voltare a destra.
See, that's why it's nice that they actually set up, at least for ETS2, the non-collision servers now that they have. That way, you don't have to worry about the knuckleheads, you know? As a streamer, would be looking as a gamer with a constant beep sound. Nice.
Prepararsi a voltare a destra.
That wouldn't be too much different from some of the streamers out there, but like, well, I know. Well, PewDiePie doesn't stream; he does YouTube. But what is it? Was it Dr. Disrespect or something? Yeah, he's a piece of work. I mean, it's an act, but still, it's like, yeah. See, that kind of stuff, those kind of acts just don't appeal to me, you know. I swear for sure. In our language, you'll understand them. Yeah, see, yeah, it's a personality, but it's a jerk personality, which, I mean, it works for him, you know, he makes money off of it, but it's not something that appeals to me at all, you know. I have my BJ Weiler personality, and, you know, it's not far much different from how I am in real life, but, yeah, that's enough for me. I don't, yeah, exactly. Only jerks will like a jerk. It's,
Andare dritto.
Oh my God, with these lights. Yeah, it's not for me. I don't see it as a sellout. You know, you do what you know, if it works for him, if he enjoys doing it, then, you know, more power to him doing what he does, but it's just not for me. Yeah, prefer calm and honest. You know, just that's what I just, you know, the chill streams. Of course, Twitch took away that category now that they redid their tags and categories and stuff, but you know, somebody like you know, Squirrel, one of the guys that are part of the Twitch gaming community
Voltare a destra.
called Jamorian. He does like Factorio, like the what else has he done? He's done Factorio and those games like what's the new Railway Empire and was it Transport Fever? He does a lot. Those kind. He's a chill streamer. He'll just sit back. He has this very, very calm way of talking. That's those are the kind of streams I enjoy watching. The vids about GTA, I liked all that happened after a few vids. I know some voices and characters come back, but very different persons in the game. All setups. Yeah, see, I've seen Factorio streamed a couple of times, and it's like one of those games that it's like, yeah, that would be interesting to get into, but I would not have the time or the patience to really understand it. Which is why I haven't done a lot, because I want to get into Railway Empire. I wanted to do Transport Fever more. But it's just those games to where you really got to be into the nitty gritty a lot more, and I don't have time for that. I don't mind I guess micromanage games with micromanagement on that kind of level, because really like the SimCity games like even 2000 started to some extent, but SimCity 3000 and SimCity 4 has a bit more of the micromanagement. The original Tropico, which I've been doing, has it to a little bit of an extent. But I mean, things like Railway Empire, Factorio, Transport Fever, that stuff has a lot. That has a lot of components. Those games have a lot of components to them, which I don't mind if I had the time to dig into it and understand it more. Which that's the problem. I really don't, because if I do them, I would do them for streams. At best, I would stream them once a week, which isn't really conducive to learning the game very well.
Tenersi a destra e poi uscire a destra.
Well, okay, I think you're telling me I have to prepare to turn right and exit right here.
Uscire a destra.
Yes. So like even last night, I ended up streaming late last night because, like I said, I got home from work. I was kind of tired. I needed lunch because I originally planned to stream in the afternoon after work yesterday. But then we had some really bad thunderstorms roll through. We actually lost power at the house while I was at work. And then we had another series of storms that was rolling through. I'm like, nah. It's like that would be all I need, is like to start the stream all of a sudden where we lose power. Which turns out we had another storm coming when I started streaming in the evening anyway. But I ended up streaming in the evening, which was, of course, too late for you and Kat to join. But I streamed Foundation, which is like I likened it to the original Stronghold games, but it's also like Caesar, the Caesar games, because it has a military component to it. It's like a city builder and management game, but it also has a military component to it. So it's sort of along the lines like Caesar and Stronghold. But even playing that, there were things that I had to relearn because I haven't played it for 3 weeks. So it's like one of those things, like, okay, I got to remember how to do this, how to do that. But I had somebody who apparently who plays it basically constantly helped me out with a few things that I never would have figured out on my own. So he was giving me tips, telling me how certain systems work. And so without that, I wouldn't have been able to figure out to do a few different things. So stuff like that, it's like, and that game is nowhere near has the micromanagement of, say, like Transport Fever or Factorio. So it's like one of those things. It's like I love to be able to do them games, but I just can't. I just can't do it because
Tenersi
I
a
don't have
destra
the
e poi uscire
I
a
don't have
destra.
the time to deal with that kind of stuff. Uh-oh, a little bit of a fender bender. I think she said stay straight. Right now I am
Uscire
turning.
a destra.
Yes, I am turning right here. Okay. That's right, because we get... Are we going past... You know, I completely forgot to look here. Okay, yeah, okay, right. So we're here at... Oh, frick. I completely forgot to stop for gas. Son of a bitch, and there isn't another gas station until down here. I got 247 kilometers. I'm going to get on the straightaway here. All right, I got enough gas. I knew I wasn't in danger of running out of gas, but I hate cutting it close like that. Yeah, so Factorio would be one of those games where I would actually have to dedicate. I would have to play it every day. A little bit, for a couple hours every single day, just to stay on top of it and learn the systems. But, which means I would also be streaming it a few times a week as well, which means there would be games that, I would have to kick off stream for a while. I'm doing 90, but I think it's 80, isn't it? Yeah. I have fines off, so I don't have to worry about speeding fines. But I still, even with that stuff off, I kind of like playing the game for the realism in that aspect. Anyway, it's actually probably more real to keep the fines off because chances are you're not going to get a ticket as often as you get a ticket with the fines on. I thought I was going to get a ticket. What was it? Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. I was coming home when the storm, right after the worst of the storm had passed. And I thought I was going to get pulled over yesterday because a cop came up behind me. And I didn't realize it was a cop at first, but I kind of knew something was off the way the guy was charging on me after I had pulled off onto the main road out of the complex where the store is at. And what I usually do is I speed up and get over to the far left lane to avoid the traffic and stuff. Because there's a whole it's a shopping mall area and all this, and traffic, you got traffic coming on and off the highway there, and it's just a pain in the ass to deal with unless you're in the far left lanes. So I immediately go over to those lanes, and I think that's when he picked me up doing that. So I was speeding up and trying to get over to those lanes. And so, once I got into the lane, I settled in. And then I saw him coming up behind me, so I was like, okay, I'm going to get over anyway. At that point, I was doing, I think, like 70 miles an hour. And the road, I think, is like, I think it's 55 in that part. So I moved over, and then I think it was at that point when I moved over, and he pulled up next to me, and then started pacing me. By that point, I had dropped down to 65. When I had shifted lanes, I actually slowed down to 65. It's like, something don't feel right. You get that feeling. And then when he stopped and started pacing right next to my car, I'm like, all right. He's like, I think this is a cop here, because it was in a truck. It was in an unmarked police truck. And so he started pacing me, and then at one point he slowed down and then got behind me. I'm like, oh, you gotta be freaking kidding me. What's he going to try to get me for? But by that point, we had gotten to the point where there was a light and got in with some traffic. So I had to slow down naturally. So I'm like, okay. I think he was thinking about pulling me over, but then once we got involved with the traffic, he opted not to. I'm like, all right.
Uscire a destra.
So I think I lucked out yesterday with not getting a ticket. Because he was pacing me for a good minute.
Tenersi a
For
sinistra.
at least a good minute, maybe 2 minutes before he opted to get behind me, and then we got involved with the traffic near the light. And I sort of shifted lanes back and forth over because traffic had come to a dead stop in the road, and I thought maybe there was something broken down or something going on. So I shifted back over, and I managed to weave myself into a couple of cars to where he couldn't immediately get right back behind me. So at that point, I with the traffic, he ended up. What the hell is this guy doing? Losing me. But yeah. So it was an interesting day yesterday anyway. So let me see if I can read this without crashing. Let me get through the toll booth here. Come on. Oh. Okay, let's go back here. Played Factorio off and on for a few days, a week, and then break a few months every time you need to relearn. Yeah, see, that's my problem. Relearn how it works, what components you need to make other things. Check your whole factory before you resume. Get up to date again. Yep. See, that's what it's like with, like I said, with Foundation. It's like Foundation. The first few minutes, I just had to get reacclimated to what I needed to do, where I had left off, what I kind of wanted to do. That's the same problem with Tropico too. It's like when I played Tropico, and then I've got to get back into Tropico. It's like, okay, where was I? What was I doing? What did I want to build next? I try to remember that kind of stuff. Yes, yeah, you see, and that's my problem, to where, there's all these games I want to play, but again, a lot of my the free time that I have ends up being my stream time too. So the only time I really have to play games to any good length of time are those times where I'm on the stream schedule, where I've scheduled a stream. So, and there's, so there's games I want to do on a regular basis, so I got to do them once a week. So if it's a new game or a game I'm not familiar with, doing it once a week, it's like I got to relearn, as soon as I pick it up for that week, it's like, okay, what was I doing? How do I do this again? Try to remember where certain things are in the UI. It's a pain in the butt. Until I have, a few dozen hours, 15, 20 hours under my belt, then it's sort of, then at that point, it's that kind of stuff is locked into my head. Because like with Tropico, I didn't do Tropico for a month or so, I think, before I did that recording for YouTube a few weeks ago. But by that point, I had so many hours in the game to where it came back to me a lot easier of where everything was at. Oh, frick. Okay, I thought I just ran into somebody. I gotta slow down here. This is a little bit hairy here. I gotta focus on my driving right now instead of talking. So that's why I could never text or talk on a cell phone. Because, I have to. My mind has to be hyper focused on what I'm doing, one thing at a time here. So when I'm driving, I gotta be hyper focused on actually driving. If I tried to do any texting or talking on the phone, nah, I would definitely be in an accident. Yeah, I think I'm down to. I think it says 52 liters. I think I got 52 liters left. I got about 162 kilometers, which should be more than enough. Yeah, I've only got 48 kilometers to go. So, I got plenty of fuel. I'll still have more than 100 kilometers worth of fuel left, I think, by the time I hit the drop-off point. Oh, shit! Oh, boy! Oh boy. Thank God for unrealistic brakes, because if this was real life, homeboy would be underneath my cab right now. The rescue crew would be needing to bring out a tarp for homeboy here, because he would not have made it. Oh, you know, I think I saw. Yeah, I saw. I had my high beams on the whole damn time. Oh, look, it's the Dairy Pure truck. We have there's a milk truck that we get milk deliveries 3 days a week, and every once in a while they'll have a milk a trailer that looks remarkably similar to that trailer there that just passed. Oh my God. Drove through the entire night. I am definitely well beyond my sleep period here. Okay, I feel like I am going so damn slow here right now. I'm doing almost 80 kilometers an hour. See, that's one of the funny things I've noticed in real life. Depending on the vehicle you're in, the speed you're going is so deceptive. Like when when my wife had a small sedan. I think I'm going straight here. Yes, I have to go straight, because this actually leads us into the construction area. See, that's a little disconcerting, because that's the actual entry into the construction area there. So we're nearing the drop-off point now. But it's funny, it's like, and I've driven like SUVs for, yep, it's right here. Yeah, the smaller, yeah, absolutely. The smaller the car, the faster it feels. So I've been driving SUVs since 2004. And so she always drove like smaller sedans. And there's definitely a difference. Like, I'll always do the same speed. Like, I'll always try to do around 70. Normally when I'm doing highway driving. 75, if like the speed limit's 65, I'll go 75. But there's a world of difference between doing 75 in a car and doing 75 in my SUV. When I'm doing 75 in my SUV, it doesn't feel like I'm moving at all. And sometimes I'll find myself where I'm actually, just without even realizing it, I'm going up to 80, 85. I'm like, holy crap, I got to slow down. And then doing the same thing in her car, it's like, wow, I am going really, really fast right now. And I'm still only doing 75. It's amazing the way the speed feels different depending on how high you're up and the size of the vehicle you're in.